The law of attraction. It's the idea that through cosmic law or quantum physics, whatever you focus on expands. So rather than focusing on negative things that you don't want, simply focus on what you want more of. But what if the fundamental basis of the law of attraction was made up? What if it wasn't a law at all, but really just a theory? What if it wasn't nearly as provable as other scientific laws such as Newton's? Even if the effects of the supposed law are real, what if these effects have much more to do with psychology and human nature and nothing at all to do with the physics of the universe? And further, what if failing to acknowledge this dramatically limited rather than strengthened the possible gains that can be had? Proponents of the law of attraction tell us that the mechanism is quantum physics. That every thought creates a measurable electromagnetic wave that is perceivable on a subtle level by others and influential in the happenings of the universe. This is an interesting theory, but is it possible to prove? Proponents also claim that like attracts like. Thus, they say, if you constantly focus your thoughts on what you want to manifest, you will attract those things. You also may attract others whose thoughts are resonating at the frequency associated with that same positive intention. The net effect? All that you desire will be manifested into your life. Interesting, but I don't quite buy it. First of all, as a general rule in science and nature, like does not attract like, but repels like. Magnetism is one of the simplest examples of this. The same poles of magnets fight to get away from each other, while opposite poles desperately seek to connect. With electricity too, like charges repel each other while differing charges attract. So if our thoughts emit electromagnetic waves all day and other beings can, in fact, detect and respond to them, the far more natural assumption would be that others with like thoughts and similar electromagnetic waves would be repelled, not drawn to us. But while the supposed physics of the law of attraction seem less than convincing, there's something I can't deny. I have experienced benefits from focusing on positive outcomes. In short, when I've focused on an outcome I desired, it worked. But why? Turns out there's a much simpler answer than quantum physics. People act when they believe that their actions will be rewarded, that their goals can be reached. Without that belief of potential success, they take no action, and without action, there is no accomplishment. Simply put, it all starts with our beliefs. Our beliefs control our thoughts create our actions, and our actions impact our results. So if you believe something is possible, it's much more likely to happen. And repetition fuels belief. Take the smartest people in the world and begin to repeat to them a conclusion that they know to be false. In the beginning, they reject it, of course. But over time, and with countless repetitions, they not only become open to the idea, but eventually come to embrace it. Repetition creates belief. It's the basis of all thought conditioning, also known as brainwashing. It's the fundamental tool of every cult. But as much as it can be used for destructive ends, it can also be harnessed to form the basis of great achievement. Repeatedly visualizing a deeply sought-after goal, seeing, feeling, hearing yourself accomplish this goal over and over has a profound effect. It conditions you slowly away from self-doubt and disbelief and moves you increasingly toward belief. And the more you believe, the more likely you are to act. Not just big, life-altering actions, though. When you truly believe something, even marginally, you begin to do 1,000 little things differently. You talk to people you'd normally avoid. You ask questions you'd been too shy to ask. You help people you would normally ignore. You dress a little better. You interact with more confidence. You carry yourself differently. You invest time, energy, and funds in yourself and others without really noticing how differently you are presenting yourself to the world. But to those who come in contact with you, you are different. These hundreds of tiny changes impact your life in two profound ways. First of all, as people see these changes being made in your life, they perceive you differently. They become more responsive to you because you seem more attractive to them because of your increased confidence, commitment, and energy. And second of all your little actions begin to add up. All of those hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny little actions that you've been taking begin to have an effect on your life and gradually bring you closer and closer to your goals. And since each of those small actions seemed so insignificant in and of itself, the results that you start to get seem like they're coming out of nowhere. It seems almost magical. Each positive interaction and baby step further fuels your belief that was initially set in motion by your initial conditioning. And this sets in motion a belief, action, and attainment cycle that gradually grows in force. So ultimately, we don't have to buy into the existence of a law of attraction operated by quantum physics. Of course, you can, but it's really so much simpler than that. Repeatedly visualizing a goal as if you had already attained it conditions you to believe it's possible. Over time, as that conditioning takes root through repetition, your belief in success leads you to act differently on many levels and take actions you wouldn't have otherwise taken. Those actions increasingly deliver results and inspire you to believe your vision is attainable on a deeper level, which inspires even more action. And as people around you see you not only succeeding, but becoming more confident, they respond to that confidence. It's all very concrete, very logical, and not really woo-woo at all. And one last thing. If you've been trying to manifest something into your life, but it's not working, well, this explains why. Even the most dogged focus on the attainment of a goal will bring you nothing without an equal commitment to action. But what do you think? Is the law of attraction real, or is it a myth? Are the supposed quantum physics mechanics behind it valid, or is something far simpler yet equally impactful happening here?